Okay. All right. On to some charts. So if you watch my last videos, um, the last bit of analysis I did was very accurate. And I was actually quite proud of it. Can't lie. I was quite proud of that one. Both GA and gold. GA was a bit thingy thingy, but they still followed through. It was quite good to watch. Um, I also failed a funded challenge recently, which was quite fun to experience. Uh, I'd say I lost it due to pure stupidity. I'd say stupidity and what other word could I use? I guess I was just taking a risk in it. I didn't pay a lot of money for the trading account for the funded challenge, so I just thought, you know what? Let me try and do something. I was prepared for the consequences, and the consequences came. And I can't lie, I was all right. I took the loss, I firmed it, and I just kept it stepping. But I do plan to do another one, which you guys will see when I do it, because I'll be posting it and that, sharing it. Come on, got to show you lot the bloody ins and outs, ain't it? 1 second, lads, 1 second. Yeah, bruv. The last 3, 4 weeks, my life's been a mad thing. The last 4 weeks before that, my life was a mad thing. It's just shit's non-stop at the minute. But back to the charts. Let's stop blabbering on. You can get in bed. So GBP AUD on a monthly. 1.9 thousand is a key monthly zone for me. It's been touched 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times on its way down. Um, just looking at the most recent price action, we've come from highs of 2000, let's say um, 2.1 highs of there, and we've come to a low of 1.6, and we're sort of just, there's no intra week sort of, could put a trend line on here, but there's no reason to do that. I'll put it there. And so that's, to me, that's sort of like too obvious. Like banks know people trade like this. I wouldn't do this personally. One, because it's on the monthly time frame, and I don't hold trades for 2, 3, 4 weeks. But one thing I am taking note of is this 1.9 level. So just keeping that in mind. We've had intra-week speaking. We've had a little break. So if I just map this out quick, this is like a lower high to make the lower low. Prices come higher than this zone here. So that's technically a new high. We've pulled back in line with this level and made a higher low. Then we've pulled up to make a higher high. Pulled down, another higher higher, but we're just in line now with this ceiling area. So this This 1.9 region is a massive, yeah, blocker ceiling. If we break this, we could be headed up to these levels. Probably like 70% chance of that happening. I reckon. Let's go to the weekly. So yeah, look, you can see it a bit better. Yeah, that. So price came down here, made new highs, pulled back, pulled back. Perfect retrace into this area. Boom. New highs, little pullback, new high, and now pullback. The last low is here. So if we're on a weekly time frame now, let's zoom right in because this is where I like to get intricate and techie with it. If you feel me, you will me. Let's clear these drawings. So knowing that 1.9 thousand is a monthly zone, and we've had a lot of chances for it to break and it just hasn't. This candle's not convincing, and we are floating. Price is closing above the bottom of that candle. So we haven't broken below, it's just been wick, wick, wick. So if we put weekly zones, one there, one there, one there. So that is, there's a highs, lows of like, yeah, the highs of couple weeks, the high of last week, and the overall low of that period of time. Um, so just looking at candlesticks, we got a little bit of accumulation and a bolt up into this region and instant rejection with the candle closing lower than this one. And then we have closed like 70% of that last bullish candle. We then have a small week of small bullish where prices come in and wicked back up, closed above this closure of last week candle, 2 weeks ago, sorry. So that's like a small hammer type of candle. Not a lot of bullish momentum. But don't get me wrong though, if you use these candlesticks in certain manners, they can be very effective. So now this week, looking at this week, where can we come into? Wick into here. So it's this area. It's this area where price is reacting from. So let's go on to the daily scaling, see what's going on. Wait one sec. A little trend line intraday, or intra-week / intraday trend line. To be fair, it's quite nice. Got a breaker structure on the small time frames. So high, 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 low, high, high, high low, high low, sorry, and then high high. Price topped out. Boom. Closes in level with this. Then we get this candle here that wipes out all of this structure. So now we've got a new low. Price has pulled up, mitigated this order block. You could have that trend line. That's a second touch trend line as well. To be fair, that's a very good opportunity for a nice sell into like this area here where price came straight into, instantly reacted from this wick, reacted, pushed back up to that trend line. We've got a third touch. It's closed beneath it. And obviously this week we are starting off bearish. If we're following this trend line, we could start off bearish, maybe come into here with this order block or this order block. These are all, this area here is massive, like liquidity area. Like there's lots of money down there where banks could possibly wanna, liquidate people's stop losses and etc. Start with that one. We'll do this one. So we got that breaker structure. Let's go to the 4 hour. Could possibly have a little trade on our hands. That is a new low. This is lower than that. This is a third touch. Well, it's not third touch, but it's like the third one. It's the second retracement to this trend line, this daily trend line. You could, one thing you could do and wait for is see if this counter trend line breaks. So if price rolls over, closes beneath here, there's a good chance we are going to sell and touch these purple zones. I know through experience from GA, because GA and gold's my main pair, that 1.8450 is a good little area for gold. I've seen it touch this zone and 84,000 several times. So the fact that we're near and looking at potential intraday sells could be a good target. Even 8,500, 8,550, they're great targets for price to come into. Just from trading GA in the past and getting to know it. Let's even put we could put a 4 hour liquidity band on there. We took any trades, that would be our first sort of take profit area. But one thing I like to do is map out these liquidity bands. But this whole area here, if we see constant rejections from this area, then we're probably looking at selling off. But it's looking clean for now. Looking clean. It's looking clean. Let's scale down and see what we can do. So we obviously have this weekly area here where prices just wicked into perfectly. Then look, small candlestick, shooting star, doji. Well, that's technically like a small order block candlestick pattern. I don't know. Then we've got another order block here. Look, that's a new low. That is lower than this area. We're pulling up. We could get a rejection around this area here. Let's say forecast. So that's what I'm thinking. Somewhere around here, another pullback. If this move is going to happen, this is where it will roll over. We could see a free fall down to there. I'm personally not taking any trades right now. I'm not placing nothing, and I won't be, but I'm just making these videos. Just for my sake, for anyone who likes to follow me, they can see what I'm up to. Um, and yeah, it's just scaling down into the 15 minute. Into the 15 minute. Wish I could title my charts. Little skins. Can't do it. Annoying. I like tiling my charts. But yeah, let's have a little go at some time sessions, highs and lows. I want to plot that weekly back on there. Have a good old stretch, boy. You all right? Come in. Come in. I've got blur on, but can you see him? He's right there. He's a flipping monster. A very soft monster. That wouldn't hurt anyone, would you, boy? He's actually a legend. I rescued him. He was about to be left in the park. But, you know, my kind soul said, I can't let it happen. Look, oh, wish you could see. This guy's just a sop. He's just staring at me with these big eyes. And can you please feed me? I'm hungry. I'm hungry, man. I'm hungry. Well, it's 1:30. I got work in 2 hours because I'm a loser. But we got to work. You know what I'm saying? Get that funds up. I'm trying to do another funded challenge soon, though. I have to. I have to. Right, plotting this weekly on. Let's go. Weekly highs, weekly lows, 15 minute. Look, can you see how big that range is on the 15 minute from there to there? It's massive. Like so much can happen. So these lows down here are US lows, Asia lows. So we've got US and Asia lows down here. Let me just put a band on that. And that's from 10th of May. What are we on? What's the date, bro? The 15th. So it literally, oh, that's perfect. So 5 days ago, we made this low. We got these highs up here. And that's from the 8th of May, though. That's a bit far away. That's an Asia high. US. US, London, Asia highs all up here. And this is where price came into as well. So we'll throw this on there. Right, so cool. We've got a little range to work in between. So 5 days ago, we made lows, yeah, from US and Asia. We come on into the London session. And we got some highs that are being respected from the US. So London's come in respected. well, played around, faked to the downside, and then shot up to make a new high and stop out these potential sellers from here and from here. So it's made a new high now. Um, and then it's come down, retraced a little bit, but it hasn't, it's respected this area here where it faked out. So London started 8 a.m. here. So this is the London low. So it respected London low. And we can see a couple things, look. So we see price come in, low, 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 high, low, low. And then look, if you pay attention, this upwards move here is a break of structure. Now we pull back to mitigate this area, make a high low, then we make a new high into the previous London and US highs that was made on the 10th of May, 5 days ago. Excuse me. So yeah, so then prices come in, made a new high and respected this. Then it's pulled in, made a low and broken this area, which indicates that we have bullish momentum in the markets. We broke this high. So now we wait for the pullback. That would have been a good place to sell. Would have been a good place to get an entry around here, knowing that London made this low. So this was already mapped out. We would have simply just waited. We would have seen this. And there's entries all here, entries here, entry here. And you could have caught a nice quick trade up into this region. But going back to this low here. So London's made that low. It's broken above this high, showing bullish momentum. So now we've got a new London high. Price comes in, respects this area, touches it again. And now what's happening here is this area is all like accumulation, just trying to get money into the market. Price has respected it, retraced, respected it, retraced, broken it, retraced, and then again just heads higher. So it's quite interesting to see this follow through like this, to be honest. So we hit this, we got this high up here from the 28th of April. So I'm guessing our overall targets could be this area. If all of this gets cancelled out and doesn't push down and we start pushing higher, this could be the projection zone. But I'm glad I've zoomed out because I just noticed. What do we see right here? We see this London low being respected again. Price fell from this previous high, which is London and US. The price has accumulated, formed higher highs, come into that previous high, respected it, and now the same thing happened. We got a high, price came down, retraced, failed to make a higher high, came down, made a new low, retraced, again, didn't make a new higher high. So now we know that price is probably going to fall off from this area. Comes down, market closes, big gap. Wait for this, perfect entry right here. You could have entered here, stops above, and caught a sell into that London low again. It's just, it's actually beautiful to watch. I need to start doing this more often. Where's that thing? There it is. So sells here. Look, you could have a tight stop loss of 11 pips or spacious and have 45 pips. You know, knowing that this going to potentially break all the way down to here. So you're risking 45 for 134 pips, nearly a 1 to 3. That's not a bad trade. And like I said, you could have even had that stop loss of 11 pips, and then it becomes a risk of 1 to 10. And at that point, it's just artwork. But yeah, watching this. So that London high is a problem. It's not been broken. Come down, respected that London low. So what we're looking at here, we got London highs, Asia. So this is where the new day starts. Asia, Asia lows, Asia high, London opens, comes in, bottoms out here, comes into this high, respected. It's not a new high, it's come into a respected one. Respected it and has come into it again and then rolled off nicely. So we bring, I just like to get the right levels. So London was like a fake out sell. Then US came, bombed out, boom, into that new high. And that is when price rolled off. But it rolled off for ages, all night, going into the new day. 12th of May, 14th. So this was a Friday. The Friday night, it was forming the bearish tendencies. When the orders must have came in. Bow, there's your entry right there. That order block is so rude. So this is all, so it could really and truly come into this zone. Really and truly, price would come into here. Forecast. Price would come into here and melt down to there as an just as a quick intraday scope. This is what I'm going for. Like I said, I'm not trading. I'm just making these videos, putting them out there. It's not, financial advice. Don't go and trade. Literally for myself, like a journal type of thing. And just for other people to see what's going on in it. What we saying with this? Um, so yeah, and obviously price comes into there. If it does, it'll be following the thing, and we can just rally back up. But if we get that's an order block there, like daily. That's a good area. Let's just zoom in quick. Zoom in, sorry. Zoom in. Got some real speech impediment sometimes. Pin that bar to there. So if GBP AUD comes up, this area is a nice little ceiling for it. And it could mitigate this order block as well, which is at the top of this wick. So we could get another touch. But let's see what happens, because this high is important. This 15-minute London/US high is very important. If we get broken, if we get rejections around here and we fall off, then we're getting down here. If this gets broken, we're going up here. So really and truly, we're just waiting for price to come into here and see what it does. But that's GA. But gold real quick. Goldilocks. Like my hair top. I'm saying I might dye my hair green. I'm feeling a change. Same sort of price action on gold as well. Not a lot of shits. Clear that. Clear that. Clear that. Okay, so fresh charts starting off on a weekly. Fuck the monthly. You can see what's going on. 2075 is the last high. Bang that on there. Wow. Let's find the weekly lows. We got that there, pin that. Beautiful. And then price breaks this, we're headed down to not really much. Maybe there. No, I'm gonna keep it there. Really and truly. The prices come in. Doji, come higher. Doji, pull back. Doji, come higher. Doji, could have a little sign. But we've not even come anywhere near this. Price closed all the way back down here with this candlestick. So this is what we're looking for on gold. I would say, going on to daily now, if we get a daily closure above these two candlesticks, I want to put an arrow there. If we get a daily closure above this arrow, we could see price trickle its way up to around 2030. 2030. Daily time frame, what's going on? So weekly lows, weekly highs, weekly low. So we've got a daily high here. Let's mark out today's high. Bow. And take that to the 15-minute. So it opened in, made a low down here. And this is there's a naughty fair value gap here. The price has wicked into it once, two, three times all the block. Gold could be pushing up here. We got um we got a break of structure from this, pulls down, retraces, makes the thingy. Now this is like a little accumulation. We could be heading to make that higher high to reach these areas up here. I'm gonna map this just in case. So we could be getting a little push into this region. Um, Makes sense for me. 30 minutes. Yeah, the way it's rounded off, that new high there, that pullback. Look at this big bullish candlestick. If this closes, where's that arrow? My arrow's there. If it closes above, if it closes above where it is now, it's looking decent. But that should be definitely going into this area. We've got the price is really rounding off though. Can you see like goes from big moves to jittery, 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 big move. Money's been taken out of the market. Now it's jittery, it's sort of rolling off. So, but we've been in this sort of region for some time, couple months, well, a month and so. But little pull up into there, maybe another sell from that area. I reckon the only thing that could push gold up in past here, some crazy news event again. But I reckon gold would start trickling its way down bit by bit, or it might just sink the fuck off. Who knows? But there's a lot of money down here that the market will eventually come and grab. So whilst I'm not trading, I'm just going to be making these videos, doing daily updates. And yeah, you'll be seeing my thought process, my breakdowns, and you'll be seeing me get to learn more about myself too. I'll be journaling live, doing analysis live. When I'm trading, I'll be doing that live, showing you guys what's going on, like when my trades are running, showing my losses, my wins, literally everything. But my plan for this month is to just be consistent. And yeah, that's it for today. GA and gold. I've got to go work soon. So I'm gonna get off, sort myself out. And tomorrow I shall give you guys an update on how this goes. Yeah, man.